Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with another match reaction. Manchester United 0, Liverpool Football Club 0. Listen, both teams cancelled each other out. Manchester United come away from Anfield with a point and still currently top of the table, which for me personally, first and foremost, is a good result. It's not a brilliant result, of course. That would have been a win, but nonetheless, we're still above the Scousers. And that is one of the things that only matters. But look, first and foremost, just want to go into the lineup. Let me know what you guys think regarding the result. For me personally, the lineup, I wasn't happy to see Bailly on the bench over Lindelof. I thought that was a mistake. And also, Martial playing over Cavani, I felt like that wasn't the right decision. But nonetheless, I don't think it had any impact on the game really because Lindelof was fairly good. And, well, I suppose Cavani didn't really particularly do anything when he came on either. But as you can see by the title, missed chances cost us. And look, Pogba and Bruno, the chances fell to the two men that have been great this season for us, really, Pogba in particular. In recent times, Bruno gets a chance, first and foremost. A ball gets cut back to him from Luke Shaw, and he tries to guide it in. And look, at the end of the day, he just can't do enough. He doesn't get enough power on it, and it goes straight to the keeper. And to be honest, I'm not that disappointed, but that Pogba one, Pogba, fantastic touch, brings it down, hits it with complete power, and it goes straight to Alisson, who makes a brilliant save. And I thought he was there man of the match. His sweeper keeping was brilliant as well. And overall, fair play to Alisson, great save. But Pogba, for me, has to go for the roof of the net. You saw Maddison score very similar. I think it was yesterday, roof of the net, job done. And Pogba went for power, and he just hit it straight to keeper. Very disappointing. We could have won it at the end. First 20 minutes, they were far the superior team. They were the better team. They looked like, a team that had a point to prove. We held in there. We continued to defend deep. We defended fantastically well for most parts. Didn't really create many chances. And for me personally, we were worthy of the draw. Look, don't get me wrong. It wasn't a brilliant performance by any stretch of the imagination going forward from either team. But defensively, you got to give credit to both teams. In particular, our defense, who actually had to withstand quite a lot in comparison to what they had to withstand. But look, it's a point at Anfield I would have taken at the start of the game. At the end of the day, for me personally, we move. Just a couple of people that I need to mention. Marcus Rashford for me. Oh, my God. I thought Fred was poor. I think Rashford was absolutely diabolical. Decision-making again. So bad, man. How many games is he going to have like this where his decision-making is just not good enough? Like, just that one with Cavani, man. You guys know which I'm on about. Cavani and Rashford against one of the defenders. Either pass it or shoot. Do one of those. Like, you either pass it to Cavani or you shoot. And he does absolutely neither. He keeps running in a straight line. And Fabinho gets crossed and tackles him. Like, it's just not good enough. Like, for me personally, Rashford, he's got to step up, man. You've got to improve your decision-making here. We move forward and be positive. Luke Shaw was excellent. Let us know what your thoughts are on individual performance. Also, McTominay and Fred, I thought they're both pretty poor, to be honest. They were getting overrun massively. Thiago was absolutely destroying them, dropping the shoulder and just going past them at will. Every player was. And look, don't get me wrong, Liverpool did have their half chances. I had 4 or 5, you'd say, half chances that you'd expect an informed front three to considerably cause damage, and they didn't do that. So, on another day they could have scored, but let's be real, we had the proper chances. And let me just quickly get this ticker on. There we go. As it says there, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Luke Shaw for me, as it says in the comments, absolutely phenomenal performance from Luke Shaw. Look, he was the driving force in moments. Yes, he wasn't consistently going forward, but he should have had an assist. But it wasn't meant to be for him on a personal level. But he was brilliant, man. He pocketed Salah quite comfortably. Overall, solid performance at the back. And at the end of the day, you can't be too upset by that. I'm not going to come here and be negative. I'm not going to come here and just scream and rant for the sake of it, because there's nothing to rant about. We went to Anfield, we got a draw. I hear a lot of people on Twitter. I see a lot of people on Twitter saying this is weak mentality from Maguire, saying, okay, last season we didn't compete, this season we competed, shows progress. Look, he's right. Yeah, okay, people think, oh, we should be winning at Anfield. Listen, they have not lost at Anfield in about 3.5 years or whatever it is. Let's try to be a bit realistic. Last 20 minutes, they were there for the taking. Another day, Pogba scores. Another day, Bruno scores. But it just didn't happen for us today. Look, at the end of the day, we competed. We tried to offer something on the break. The lack of quality was the most frustrating thing in the final third. I think for me, that was the most disappointing thing. And I've been saying that time and time again. but it just wasn't meant to be. Look, on another day, we win that game, but today we get the point, we move, and we stay top of the table. I'm going to be positive in terms of what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer offered. I thought first half we were a bit cautious in the first 20 minutes, which is what I was saying on the preview. Got to stay in the game, ensure that we don't concede it early. That's the most important thing, and we did that. So we stayed in the game. Obviously, as the game grew, the players grew with a bit of confidence. And for me personally, we should have won in the end. I've got to be honest. I do think we should have won it. Pogba, for me, probably should have scored. A couple of the occasions that we should have done better. Martial not really done much on the pitch in the first half in terms of offering anything going forward. Neither did Rashford. A bit disappointed he didn't bring Van der Beek on for Fred. I think that could have potentially been something that he could have looked at just to be a bit of bold. But it is what it is. They haven't got a proper defence on. That's a bit disappointing as well. But let's get a couple of comments in. The only criticism was we needed to keep the ball better, far too much respect given. I don't think it was a matter of far too much respect given. It was just the fact that we just looked a bit, we looked worse for wear at the start of the game. They were pressing very hard and it forced us into errors. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, these things happen. You look, it was difficult for us to pass the ball out for the first 20 minutes, man. They made it very difficult for us to pass the ball back. My issue was we were overly compensating. Ali Said saying Rashford, obviously that's his opinion. And also saying Bruno was awful. Bruno was really bad today. He could have probably took Bruno off of Van der Beek because I think Bruno was costing us a lot of attacks. But the thing with Bruno is he's got that bit of quality that he can score even on his bad days. And today he could have done that. I've watched it back. I think there's not really much else he can do. Of course, you would say he needs to get more power on it. But he's just trying to guide in. There's a lot of bodies in front of him. The Pogba one was a chance, man. The Pogba one hits into the roof of the net like Madison did yesterday, and it's GG. We go home with the 3 points. And, you know, hopefully the boys will continue to move forward. We've got a couple of favoured fixtures, so to speak, and then we've got a difficult run again. We just got to build on it. We're still above Liverpool. I know Man City got 2 games in hand, which, of course, you'd expect them to win. If they do win, they go above us, but that's fine. That's fine for me because they've got to play Liverpool as well. We can do our job and focus on our results. And the positives there are a few positives. The positives are defensively we were solid. Luke Shaw was brilliant today. He offered a lot. Lindelof, Maguire today, very good. Lindelof made some very, very important blocks, interceptions from wider, especially from crossing as well. There was one that he practically just splits and crossed it. That was the one that Rashford should have passed. So there's a lot of positives, man, for us to obviously use as a springboard moving forward towards the rest of the season. In terms of negatives, just got to be a bit more clinical up front. Again, I've saying the same thing. Better decision making, but it is what it is. Listen, let me know your thoughts. Make sure you let me know who your man of the match is. I went for Luke Shaw. I think he deserved it for Liverpool. You probably would have to say Alisson. Fantastic save from him. Great sweeper keeping, and you know we moved. We got Fulham on the week. I believe on Wednesday, so we've got to go obviously slap them up and get our goal difference up. But listen. Overall, just to conclude, I'm not overly upset. A draw, I would have taken that prior to start a game. You know, a difficult place to go. Liverpool, yes, not at their flying best, but nonetheless, it's Liverpool. Other teams are going to go there and drop points as well. They don't lose there at all. It's like 2.5 years. Anyways, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I was absolutely sweating I was sweating for most of the game, and I never sweat during games as well, really. So it was nerve-wracking, but listen. Honest even, we'll take it, we move, positivity and all that good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow with some more content. I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday. Back with the Rival Fan podcast. Make sure you tune in for that. Apart from that, it's been your boy Usmaan. Peace.